Hello YouTube, this is Oetzi, and welcome to episode 18 of my Minecraft Feed the Beast Let's Play. We are back on the Effector Craft server playing the Mindcrack pack, of course. And let's see, where we left off last episode, I had talked about needing to add some additional centrifuges to keep up with production, and we've done just that. So we just have 3 centrifuges for each pod. I've also got all 3 pods filled with valuable bees with fastest resource or fastest trait, each with 6 framing housings automatically filled with proven frames. And you can see just watching them, these things just pump out combs like crazy, making a lot of platinum. And so much platinum that one industrial centrifuge is not enough to keep up with these. Also enough beeswax to where I'm voiding it now. I actually got the barrel over here, and you can see I've added 3 more alvearies here. Of course got that filled, and this filled with emerald, radioactive, and diamond. And all that stuff is working here, and we'll go over this in a bit. But yeah, I'm pretty much done with alveary production for now. I guess I could hook up more always, and I don't know if I'd add more alvearies, but maybe just more bees as I get interested in them. I definitely want to explore another path. I want to do some of the Thaumcraft bees. One of the reasons is to get the fastest trait on, or fastest pollinating trait on these bees, not just faster, but fastest. I think that'd be pretty cool. Go ahead and up the production there for a bit, and be able to help Effector with the node or his flux problem that he's got, that he created at spawn. I think you can do those with some of the bees, so I'll explore that line next, I think. What I have been working on for this back corner here, what I want to add are 3 bee types: tarnished, and I'm just adding faster to these, corroded, and resolute. And if we take a look at these, I'll show you what they do. Corroded makes copper, tarnished tin, and resolute, oh, where are you? Bronze. So that's what I want to do there. And what they will end up doing is producing tiny piles, very much similar to what happens with the valuable bees. And also what happens over here with diamond, emerald, and, well, not the radioactive, they do produce a uranium ore, but the diamond, also coal, and emerald, plus olivine, which is all these right here. They produce these tiny piles, which you need to combine to make a full ore or a dust. It's not a full ore or dust. Let me jump over to the factory and I'll show you what I'm doing with those. Let's just take a peek here. 4 more iridium ingots. I actually made another hybrid ultimate hybrid solar panel thanks to iridium production. And you can look in here. One industrial centrifuge is not able to keep up with all the platinum dust we're creating when we have the proven frames in. When the frames have run out, then 1 is more than enough, but I think I'm going to need to get like 6 of these guys going. So I'll need to make some adjustments to this to accommodate that. What I think I'm going to do is move the big machines back here, our industrial blast furnace, our industrial blast furnace, our grinder, electrolyzer, which isn't really a big machine, but it can get moved, and possibly even our implosion compressor. Maybe I'll move the implosion compressor and put this electrolyzer over here in this corner. I can branch it off of that easily and down. So maybe that's what we'll do there. Maybe get a couple of them going if possible. Anyway, don't really use it a whole lot yet. We'll have use for it later as we get closer to some more end game stuff. So I think that's what I'll do. but not this episode. What we're going to do this episode is work on those bees over there, and I'm going to show you how I set up one of those corners. Over here is how we're handling the tiny piles. That you can see something getting created there. That's the emeralds. I'm actually producing more emerald dust than I can make industrial TNT to turn them into emeralds. It's just nuts how much it's putting out over there. It's just constant production. But you can see they come in here to this ender chest, they get pulled, split off from this diamond pipe. Gold nuggets still go down, tiny piles of diamond dust go up. So tiny piles of diamond dust go up, get created, shot down to an ender chest. The gold comes down, gets split off into the ender chest there. And then off of this, we have those other three going out this way, and then they get split off into their own individual auto-crafting tables. And then, of course, get pulled and down into storage. Now, I had to use 2 ender chests because the piping was starting to interfere with this whole setup, and I didn't want to mess with that, so I just used a second ender chest, and that worked out just fine. So yeah, I did have to come out an extra level here, an extra layer. I was trying to lay it all flat, and it just wasn't working out, so all I had to do was pop it out one just so I could get everything flowing correctly. This is working great. I absolutely love it. Let's jump back over to our bees. We got one of these guys hanging out there. And let's work a little bit on getting this set up. Take a peek at where they're at. And I'll tell you what, once these guys are done, I'll bring you back and we'll get all that set up. So I shall see you in just a bit. Alright guys, I'm back. And our bees are ready to go. They are all, let me go ahead and get Realizer up. They are all faster pollinating, fertility 1. These guys are rocks, and this one's a flower. It doesn't really matter. Rock, flower, it's all the same really. It's just whatever kind of flower needs to be by to pollinate. Rocks are fine, or for them to work. Now I went ahead and added 5 electrolyzers here just real cheaply with platinum. I had 40 platinum dust sitting inside this and 1 industrial centrifuge, and like I said, 1's just not enough. So I went ahead and added the 5 that I'd already had, so we can get that production going and we don't get a backlog here. And what I think I'm going to do, just so we don't have a problem for the night, is I'm going to pull all these frames out and stick them in a chest. I got a chest for space. Both of those will be plenty. So I'm going to go ahead and take all these guys out, throw them in those chests so I don't have to worry about them overflowing that industrial centrifuge tonight, because I don't think I'm going to get to creating that little factory tonight. It's just not in the cards, but I will get to it, and whenever I do, I'll be sure to show all that on camera. If not the creating of it, at least the final end product. So, the last of them? Yeah, cool. Alright, so we have our bees, and what we're going to do is now start throwing them in here. We'll let them do their thing. I need to get some combs produced so I can control the flow, I think. Anyway, at least get some combs produced. And we will set up for the auto frame housing. I'm actually thinking about too, I have that apiarist, and I went through the trouble of making him, or breeding him, which wasn't really too bad. The village I did it in was over at Spawn. There's one right next to Spawn, and it was in need of repair, so I just did it there. But I'm thinking of maybe adding a way to auto-craft those guys, because the emeralds are nice, and yeah, I can make emeralds now, but the thing about emeralds is you need industrial TNT to complete the path on them, and that becomes expensive. So I'd rather not do that if I don't have to. Looks like we got a little bit of some caves here we're going to have to work our way through. That's okay. We'll figure all this out. while we do the chit chat. But yeah, it's first world problems, I guess. Good stuff. And let's see, what does that get us? I think that gets us in the middle, doesn't it? Yeah, we're gonna need to come over a bit. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's try to make it here. This can be a bit of a headache getting all this sorted out, but once you do, I won't need to go back down here and again. And another thing I learned too is I don't need to put cobblestone in these. I know I did on the first episode, and that's just, it's not necessary because the frames go in there when you set that router to only go to the alvearies. It's smart enough to know that, hey, that's a frame. I'm not supposed to go in there, so it doesn't, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Very cool stuff there, the factorization mod. And I'm kind of glad that it's been updated for the next 1.5 pack, because one of my favorite mods that I'm using, Red Power, will not be in 1.5 apparently. Or at least that's what it looks like, simply because the developer has not kept up with it. But this is, if you're in the Feed a Beast, this is all old news to you. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. But yeah, a little disappointed in that, but yeah, what you're going to do, that's okay. I'm certainly not smart enough to be able to do anything like that, so I'm glad that those guys are. It's all beyond me. Programming, although it's something that it's always interests me, but I just don't have the skill to do it. I know how to do a little bit of SQL stuff just from work, basic data mining, nothing too outrageous or fancy. Just know how to generate some reports and make reports look pretty. That's all I'm able to really do. Let's leave that open so I got a hole to fit through. Turn on F7, light up any dark spots, because we certainly don't want any mobs giving us problems. Let's put in this last furnace, and then close all this up with dirt, so it looks good. Alrighty, and let's check back over here, because I made that hole. Alright. I don't know what he's saying there. I'll let Effector deal with that. I don't care. That's up to Effector. Personally, I say just run around and find one. They're a dime a dozen, so just run around and find one. That's up to you, man. Alright, let's see what these guys are doing. Yeah, nice. Copper. Bronze. He's not done 10 yet, but he will. I'm always running out of 10. And lately I've been running out of bronze a lot too, so it's good to have that stuff going. Alright, so let's start running this piping. I'll tell you what, I'm going to cut away and start running this piping because it's pretty boring stuff. And I'll show you again. It's just a repetition of what I've already done. Nothing new, nothing too exciting. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and I got all this piping ran. It's exactly the way the other corner pods are set up. I didn't set these yet. I don't have these turned on yet. So let's go ahead and set these. Anything goes up and into the green will go the B's. For here, anything go up the white, and the blue will get the B's. Blue here as well will get the B's, and white will get anything. So let's go ahead and turn these guys on, and I'll start pulling them out shortly. Well, oh, you already did. Cool. And I went ahead and threw some frames in here too, just so we could watch these guys work. Alright, we're already making bronze, and I went ahead and just stuck everything into a chest. I just got it flowing through an iron pipe and into the chest. Very simple for now. We'll automate all the little droppings as we go. But alright, copper, bronze. I see some tin coming through right there. Wonder where it went. Nope. 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 I guess I was mistaken. It wasn't tin. Maybe it was up in here. Where were you? Thought it was tin. Oh, there we go. Already made it. So yeah, that's great. Auto producing some dust here, and what's nice about these is I can go full circle on smelting and then storing with these. So that makes life a lot easier when handling them. Probably what I'll do is very similar to what I did here. I'll pick a different color, maybe not pink, 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 maybe like pink, gray, pink, or gray, pink, pink, something that I haven't used, and set up another little factory, auto crafting center, very similar to what I'm doing with those other four, except here we'll only have 3, so it should be a little bit easier to do. And send beeswax, probably avoid beeswax, and send the honey here. I did notice that this honey chamber is filling up nicely, almost 500 barrels or 437 barrels out of 2,000. And this is moving along just fine, actually making more royal jelly than I know what to do with. Turn this one off back here just because didn't need all that royal jelly. I saved some of the honeydew from this guy that was stuck too, so apparently I got a honeydew problem as well, because it looks like one squeezer is not able to handle all the honey that we're producing. So excellent stuff. I might have to figure out something to do with propolis too. I've been making rubber out of it into a centrifuge. If you centrifuge propolis, you get sticky resin and then of course rubber. So I guess I'll have to set up a factory for that as well. Just more and more stuff to automate, but that is something that I want to do, is get all of this bee stuff automated to where we've got frames coming in, we're handling all the production load, and all I have to do is just sit back and let it run. And that is the plan, just to sit back and let it run, not have to touch it, and just let it produce items for me automatically. And I think we're going to be there very soon. You know, I just got to I'll be avoiding beeswax, and must be we're talking to Effector. I'll be avoiding beeswax, making rubber out of propolis. Still got to figure out what to do with honey. Figure out something to do with honey, and just collecting items like crazy. So, but I'm going to leave that here. When we come back next episode, I think we'll be actually finishing up our bee stuffs, and then we can get working on some other things. One of the next big projects I have planned is to finish some of these buildings out. Of course, we'll always be creating solar panels. That's a given. But I want to finish out building. Maybe something that I have worked on before next episode. But, well, render. But anyway, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.